Have you ever wondered why some people earn a lot of money but still struggle financially, while others earn very little and slowly become more successful? Shakespeare worked in a small furniture workshop. He worked hard every day, but his salary was modest. Whenever payday arrived, he would feel hopeful. Maybe next month will finally be different, he would tell himself. But nothing changed. His money disappeared almost as quickly as it arrived. One evening, a friend asked him, "How much do you earn?" "Not much," Shakespeare replied. "Then where does your money go?" Shakespeare laughed. "I honestly don't know." That answer seemed simple, but it revealed a much bigger problem. For years, Shakespeare blamed his low income. He believed that if his boss paid him more, his life would automatically improve. One rainy afternoon, Shakespeare met an old traveler resting beneath a tree. The man's clothes were simple, but he looked unusually calm and satisfied. Shakespeare sat beside him and began complaining. "I work hard, but I don't earn enough. How can someone become successful with such a small salary?" The old man listened carefully. Then he asked, "If your salary suddenly became 3 times larger tomorrow, what would you do?" Shakespeare answered immediately. "I'd buy better clothes, a better phone, and a better bike. I'd finally enjoy life." The old man smiled. "Then I already know your problem." He picked up a small bucket with a hole in the bottom and began pouring water into it. The water entered, but it quickly leaked away. "No matter how much water I add," the old man said, "this bucket will never stay full unless I repair the hole." Then he looked at Shakespeare. "Your income is the water. Your habits are the hole." Those words stayed with Shakespeare. That night, he thought deeply about his life. For the first time, he stopped blaming his salary and started observing himself. He discovered that he spent almost 2 hours every day watching pointless videos, yet he constantly complained that he had no time to learn. He criticized successful people instead of studying their habits, and whenever someone gave him advice, he often said, "I already know that." But if he already knew everything, why hadn't his life improved? A week later, Shakespeare returned to the old traveler. "I discovered that I have more problems than I thought," he admitted. The old man smiled. "Good. Most people never discover their problems." Then he gave Shakespeare an empty notebook. "This is your real bank account." Shakespeare looked confused. "There isn't any money in it." "Exactly," the old man replied. "Money isn't your greatest asset. Your ability to improve is." He explained that skills, knowledge, relationships, experience, and good habits could create value for many years. That idea changed Shakespeare. He stopped asking, "How can I earn more money?" Instead, he began asking, "How can I become more valuable?" After work, Shakespeare started spending 1 hour learning. He studied communication, sales, woodworking, and other useful skills. He read books and listened carefully to experienced workers instead of pretending he knew everything. For 3 months, nothing dramatic happened. His salary stayed the same. But Shakespeare was changing. He became better at solving problems. Customers trusted him more. His confidence became genuine because it was built on ability. Then, one day, his employer became sick and could not manage the workshop. The workplace quickly became disorganized. Workers argued, orders were delayed, and customers became unhappy. Shakespeare stepped forward. He organized the work, helped customers, corrected mistakes, and stayed late when necessary. When his employer returned, he was surprised. "Who managed everything while I was away?" Everyone pointed toward Shakespeare. The boss smiled. "I thought you only knew how to make furniture." Shakespeare replied, "I decided to learn more than my job." His salary increased, not because he simply demanded more money, but because he had become more valuable. Later, other companies offered him even better opportunities. His income slowly grew. But more importantly, his thinking had changed. Whenever Shakespeare earned extra money, he no longer asked, "What can I buy?" He asked, "What can this money help me build?" Sometimes he bought books, sometimes better tools, sometimes education. He began using money to create more value instead of simply displaying it. Years later, Shakespeare returned to his old village. A young man approached him. "Sir, I heard you became successful. What's the fastest way to become rich with a low salary?" Shakespeare smiled. He picked up 2 seeds. One seed he placed inside a glass container. The other he planted in the soil. "The seed inside the glass will remain safe and clean," Shakespeare said, "but it will never grow. The seed in the soil will face rain, wind, heat, and cold, but it has the chance to become a tree." Then he looked at the young man. Many people protect their comfort. They wait for the perfect salary, the perfect job, the perfect economy, or the perfect opportunity. While they wait, nothing grows. The young man asked, "So becoming rich isn't about earning more first?" Shakespeare shook his head. "It begins with becoming someone who can create someone more value. When your value grows, opportunities often follow." Years later, that young man became a respected business owner. Whenever people asked where his success began, he remembered Shakespeare's lesson. He had stopped chasing income and started chasing improvement. And perhaps that is the lesson we all need to remember. Your salary may be small today. Your job may not be perfect. Life may not always feel fair. But don't allow those things to become permanent excuses. If you spend all your time on entertainment, your future may remain unchanged. But if you spend your time learning, developing skills, building relationships, and improving your habits, your future can become completely different. Successful people are not simply people who have more money. They are often people who have learned how to solve bigger problems and create greater value. So don't only ask, "How can I become rich on a low salary?" Ask yourself, "How can I become the kind of person that opportunities cannot ignore?" That question can change your life. Your current income tells you where you are today. Your skills, habits, and willingness to improve determine where you may go tomorrow. Money may be important, but your greatest investment is yourself. Become more valuable. Keep learning. Keep improving. And let your income become the result of the person you are becoming.